Well, hello guys, this is your girl Diva Fashionista, and I want to apologize for the background noise up front because I'm filming during the day. Normally I film at night, but this has kind of been heavy on my spirit, and I wanted to talk about this little drama that's going around out in these YouTube, Instagram streets. Think it even touched Twitter a little bit, but I wanted to talk about this because it resonated with me, and I just really want to give you my commentary. And I just want to say that this is a commentary. This is not one of those, I'm not a drama channel. I'm not one of those that could posting all the receipts and things like that and just for entertainment, just talking about people's business. That's not what I do. I'm more rational and logical, and I think I like to bring a more sensible side to hot topics. In these situations I see a lot of race baiting, which I'm totally against, and I see a lot of just people just agitating or getting people riled up for what reason I don't know. But I like to just bring a more logical viewpoint to the situation, and this is why I wanted to talk about this situation, because something that the young lady Chelsie said really hit my spirit, and as a black woman, I really needed to touch on it. I really needed to just bring my perspective. Long story short, I want to just get into really what happened and just very briefly touch on it, because to me, what happened is not so much the point. I really want to focus on where do we go from here. So basically what happened, if I can really try to condense this as much as possible, basically what happened, there's a young lady named Chelsie Worthy. She's an influencer. She's a woman of color. She's into the beauty community. She has this thing that she created called trap tutorials. Now, as time has gone past and as things are coming out and everyone's pulling receipts and all this of that nature, there's people that are claiming that maybe she's not the creator that they have created, or they've also done it as well, or they have videos from prior to her doing it. But we're for argument's sake, we're going to say that she's the creator, and she's the most notable one that was doing these sort of trap tutorials. So if you don't know what a trap tutorial is, it's basically a makeup tutorial, which let's focus on the makeup, or really the technique of hair. This is how you do this step by step. It's sped up, it's dramatized, it's set to trap or rap music. It's highly stylized, it's really cute, a lot of graphics, a lot of editing. It's really cute. She's genius for coming up with this, right? So she's been putting out her videos, and if I can just try to speak for her, she feels like she's not getting the credit as being a creator, or she hasn't become as successful with the style that she has created. So what brought along the drama is that Manny MUA, he put up a IG story where he was doing a similar style. He actually used the same song and some of the same graphics that she used on a post that she posted earlier this week. And then we also had Patrick Starr, who did a video, I think it was last week, I'm not sure, earlier this week, where he did a transformation into Jackie Aina. He did that here on YouTube, and he does the same thing. I do the same thing to like bring traffic to my channel. Is he took a snippet of it, set it to music, him dancing and doing all of that and singing, and put it onto Instagram. So when these posts went up, the goons came out. There's goons out there. There's people, they like to be messy, like to stir up drama. I think some people actually had Chelsea's best interest at heart and really wanted to speak up for her, but then some people just was being messy. Like, you're just in the comments, so that all of a sudden their comments on IG were in shambles. People were like, oh, you need to give her credit. Oh, you didn't credit Chelsie. Chelsie is the creator of this. So now they're adding her, and it's becoming a situation. So now that it's a situation, Chelsie, she took to, I believe it was Twitter, it could have been Instagram. At this point, the stuff is deleted, so I can't really just say for sure, but she took to one of her social media platforms, and she spoke about, she's not going to be quiet anymore. She doesn't care if she gets negative backlash for speaking up for herself, and I'm paraphrasing basically what she said. She doesn't care. She's the creator. She's tired of people taking what she's created and becoming more successful with it, and people then they go on to not even give her credit. They don't even give her credit for her work, and she's put so much into her work. And it's people ask her why she doesn't post more or why she's not more active. But this is why she's not more active, is because of this, and this is leading to depression. And I hope I remember to come back to that point, because that's what really sparked this video. Seeing her talk about being depressed and just really just not getting the recognition that she feels that she deserves. I'm pretty sure the goons came out on both sides, because it led to more tweets and it led to more posts. Took a snippet of Manny's video and posted it to her Instagram and basically let him have it. Like, you know, just talked about him copying off of her and not giving her credit, yada yada. Manny, between the comments in his Instagram and Manny seeing her post, whatever the case may be, he came on and said to her, listen, you are talented. He's like, I always give credit for who I'm inspired by. I was inspired by this guy, Roger. I had not seen your work. I had not seen your video prior to, but you know, you are talented. Don't give up. And you know, I went back and I updated my caption. I added you and I gave you credit. So to which Chelsie responded basically like, I find that hard to believe, because I've gone viral. Big influencers like Alyssa Ashley, Jackie Ina, and Nikki Tutorials have all credited me or supported my work. So Manny, I don't know if Manny responded. That's not really the bigger issue or the point, but I do want to pause there to give some commentary right there. I do believe that it's highly possible that Manny had not seen her work. He may have seen stuff like that. It could be a coincidence that he just happened to use the same song and some of the same graphics. It could be a coincidence. Do I think that he might have sort of copied it? He absolutely could have. I don't know for sure. Only person that knows that for sure is Manny. Does it look like that? Does it appear like he copied her? Yes, it does for sure look like he just copied and pasted and added his own little mayonnaise to it. Yeah, it does look like that. But could he have not seen her stuff? Yes. Let's stop right there and just think, like, just be rational and reasonable. Could he have not seen her stuff? Yes, it is possible, because I have never seen her stuff. I, as a woman of color, as someone who's in the beauty side of things on YouTube, I have never seen her stuff. I've never come across Chelsie. I follow Jackie on 3 different platforms, and I have not heard mention of Chelsie. I've not came across. Have I seen this style of trap tutorial? I've seen it, but I didn't know who to point to, who to say, or who to follow, I've seen people do it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know her. I did not know of her. So it is highly plausible that Manny did not know about her, because I am her demographic. Like, you read my bio, it says lover of hip hop. I am who you would think she would show up in my algorithm, but it hasn't happened. So I started to dig. I wanted to see why is she so dope? Is she as popping as she's coming across the scene? Let me see why how did I miss her? So I went to YouTube first, because I thought she was a YouTuber. When I went to her channel, there was 2 videos. I watched both. 2 videos and 38,000 subscribers. So I'm like, okay, that's reasonable why I didn't come across her. But she was making it seem like, listen, I'm lit, so I don't know how it's possible you ain't know about me. So I went then to Twitter first. I went to Twitter first. And when I went to Twitter is one of those apps that show you who follows who. And we only have one person following in common. One person that I'm following follows her. So I'm like, all right. And she has, I think, 40 something thousand there. So I'm like, okay, so let's try Instagram. I go to Instagram and I look on Instagram, and that's where she has the buzz. That's where she's popping. 360,000 some odd followers on Instagram. So what I chose to do, because I'm all about the solution, I followed her. I'm like, since she's more active here, I'm going to follow her. I'm going to support her here. And which is what I did. So to say Manny didn't know her or never saw her, I can believe him on that point. And then you know, him being, he's a Mexican, I believe he's Mexican, a Mexican MUA boy in makeup, as he refers to himself, gay. I could see where that wouldn't necessarily be her demographic. But moving on to Patrick Patrick at first didn't acknowledge whether or not he did copy or he didn't. What Patrick did, Patrick is why I love Patrick, and I don't feel like Patrick had any malice. Did he unnecessarily copy Chelsie? Maybe not. I feel like I've been following Patrick for so many years. I've seen tutorials of his when he's doing a sing-songy thing. The thing that kind of stuck out to me was when he blew the powder and it was on his face. She did the same thing. So there's things where it could look like, yeah, this is swagger jacking, you stole her shit, basically. It could look like that, but I feel like I've seen him do things like this before. He's very dramatic. He has a big personality, and he considers himself a person of color. He's Filipino, he's plus size. So there's all these things that could say why this person could be hangups, why this person not getting further. But despite all those odds, he has gotten further, and he's been very successful. What I do like and what I will give him credit for is that he DM'd her. He DM'd her before she made a post about him. He DM'd her to say, listen, let's work. I have these opportunities. I created an agency. Let me help you get you further. This is what I like. I like the solution, not so much the dragging and the drama, and we're just talking about it, and it's just an issue, and it's just this drama, and it's like, then what? Then what? So we know what happened. Then what? Where do we go from here? What is the solution to this situation? And this is where I have to talk about it. Like, this is not new. This is not new. People steal, people copy, people take from people of color. And I think as a person of color, or a woman of color, a black woman, let's be more specific, call it what it is. As a woman of color, a lot of times what happens, we don't feel like we get the credit. We feel like we are belittled, we talk down to, we're seen as undesirable, or we're seen as ghetto, or whatever negative stereotype. It's not a lot of us up there at this proverbial table. It's not a lot of us that's breaking barriers and kicking down doors. I think that's a bigger issue. If we watch what happens with the chicken sandwich, we see how much influence that we do have. We have a lot of influence. We could make lines around the corner. We could make this thing go viral. We could make this thing sell out. We have a lot of influence. We have a lot of power, and it's time that we start using this for good. I have to talk about Chelsie, and I have to get on her just a little bit, because that one thing that she said that prompted this video, which was her talking about depression. I hate when I see that. I've heard and seen that a lot lately, where people talk about YouTube depression and making YouTube depression a thing. Let's not make that a thing, because it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to be disappointed. I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, and I'm not where I would want to be. I'm not making any money off of YouTube at this current moment. So I'm not making that money, so I can relate to that feeling. But to be depressed, hell no. There is no way that I'm going to allow an app, a website, any social media make me feel depressed. No, not depressed. You can feel disappointed, you could feel bad, you could be sad, but then that's when you gotta freaking pick your head up, sis, because your crown is leaning. You gotta readjust your crown. You have to find worth in yourself. And excuse me, knock on wood, because she calls herself worthy. So if you're not seeing that you're worthy, if someone hasn't told you that you're worthy today, that you are talented, that you are incredible, that you are beautiful, when she says something like, why would they want me at the forefront of the industry? Fuck them and fuck that. I'm so sorry. I will not embrace it. I don't care. I've been doing this for so long. I may never take off, and that's okay with me, because I know my self-worth. I know my self-value. I know my talent. I know I have things that I do outside of this that give me purpose. My children, my family that love me, that stand by me, the fact that people were willing to come and cape for her. They were caping. Give her credit. They had all the Twitter fingers, all the Instagram, the goons came out for her. So that means you have inspired someone, that you are an inspiration to someone. Someone is rooting for you. Whether it's the amount of people that you want to root for you or not, there are people who are rooting for you and want to see you get to the next level. So where do we go? I feel like, cut that shit out. Don't let none of this make you feel depressed and make you feel down. If you need a break, take the break. Take the break. Reassess. Think, why are you doing this? And if you're doing it for the love of you doing it, which is why, even though I'm not making money right now, and I know I gotta wrap it up, it's hot, and I'm getting myself worked up. But you know, even though I'm not making money right now, the reason why I continue is because I like doing it. I like talking, and I feel like the rational side that I bring is important. Besides just, getting people worked up and promoting drama and stuff, we need to find solutions. And the solutions to this, sis, is finding your purpose, finding out why you want to do this. I know you probably didn't want notoriety off of drama, but drama sells. You have a whole bunch of eyes, and if you don't have a whole bunch of eyes on you right now, you will. As this starts playing out, you're going to have a lot more traction. You're going to have a lot more people coming to your channels and to your social media. What you do with it from this is on you. So you better take this. If you don't take this and throw it on your back and just keep it going, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, you will then be dropping the ball, because you now have the eyes, you now have the notoriety. Maybe not for just your talent, but show your talent, show these people. And as far as the people who are all into it and just with the Twitter fingers and the going back and forth, this is what I need you to do. I want you, if you didn't follow her, go follow her. She's more active on Twitter, so I'm more active on Instagram. So follow her on Instagram. She has a YouTube. She has Twitter. I will put her down below. I'm gonna make sure I put all her information. Go follow this girl. Let's make her happen. We made a chicken sandwich happen. We made it sell out. Let's make this girl happen. Let's make her sell out. Let's make her not sell out. I don't want her to sell out. Let's give her the buzz that I think she's seeking. You know, I can't speak for her. Only she can speak for what is her end game. But let's make her happen. Go follow her. When a new makeup release comes out, at her. Go to Fendi, at Worthy. Hey, put this person on your PR. Norvina, put this person on your PR. Whoever. The list goes on. Go get her. Juvia's Place. I see her use Juvia's Place. Look who's up next. Let's make her happen. Let's make this girl. That's the solution. Not just talking about who stole or what stole, because they steal. They've been stealing this. It's Betty Boop. Come on, Betty Boop was a black woman originally in Harlem doing her thing. Betty Boop. Let's see, rock and roll, that was whitewashed. A lot of things that we do, we are so dope. These things, we're so creative, and just being a creative, you gotta understand that people will be inspired, or people will straight up steal. If you are creative, if you have that passion in you, you can create something else. You can continue. You can't allow your creative spirit to be crushed because of people stealing, or maybe they're getting recognition from you. You may have your full circle moment where it comes back, because if they're stealing, that means they don't have the creativity. You have the creativity, not them. So they need to steal from you. So if you stop, then they have nothing to steal. You know, you can make a living in being maybe not as successful, or maybe not as visible, and I'm not saying it's right. You know, you can still make a living. You can still be comfortable even if you're not the forerunner. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be that person. Heavy is, go back to my crown analogy, heavy is the head that wears the crown. It is. We see with Jackie Aina. She brought up Jackie Aina, so I'm gonna bring up. I hate that I've been talking about her so much, but we see with Jackie Aina, she deactivated her Twitter, and she's taken a step back from social media because a lot of backlash comes with it. We could say that there's things that we want. You know what I'm saying? We could and ideally want these things. It looks glamorous from the outside looking in, but a lot of negativity comes with it. There's pros and there's cons. The pros is you're going to make a lot of money. The cons is you're going to have people steady saying something disrespectful. You're going to have things that you see that you don't like. You may get $100,000 for something, but you find out later that someone else of a different color, a different ethnicity, got $250,000 to do the same thing that you do. It's a lot that comes with it. When we want it, it's one thing to want it, to want to be successful, to want to be the person, but a lot comes with it. Jackie has recently been posting the nasty things that people say to her, and it's a lot. So on the outside looking in, yeah, even me, I would want more subscribers. I would want to make a bunch of money on YouTube, yeah, but it's stuff that comes with it. You go from getting a tax refund to writing the IRS a check. Like, don't let that go over your head. You know what I'm saying? I just really want to say, like, Chelsea, don't stop. Don't give up. don't give up. You know, you gotten to a certain point, and there's people behind you that, you know, that's looking to you and inspired by you. So be encouraged by that. You know, like I said, I know what point I wanted to make, talking about the full circle moment. Someone like Zapper Dan, Zapper Dan went from his shop being closed down to Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all these people suing him for copyright infringement or whatever they're, you know, it's called when it's it's fashion. But he went from that to now being at the table. I think as black people, we gotta stop so much wanting a seat at the table, and we have to focus more on making the table. We gotta focus more on making our own platforms and building each other up and supporting each other, and making sure that as we get further, we reach back and we help others behind us out. You can't have your full circle if that's what you want. You can't have a full circle moment, but the biggest thing is not giving up. If you give up, or if you allow this to weigh on your psyche, then that won't happen. That can't, and it won't happen. But we do need to focus more on building people up, and just focusing on supporting talent and supporting people, especially when they're asking to be supported. That is it. I don't think I need to say anything else. I want to thank you for watching. If you want to leave a comment down below, go ahead. Let's try to keep this cute and respectful. And if you aren't subscribed, feel free to do so if you want to. If you don't, it's okay. Later.